Am I audible? Okay. So let's start the discussion. I hope in the previous class, we already started with list data type is completely discussed. Come in, ma. Predefined functions also discussed. Now we are going for what? Inner or nested list I will introduce. So girls, I'm advising something to girls. When we come to the class and sitting inside the class, you are under the control of Naresh IT. And taking the phone and seeing the YouTube shorts and listening like that, not correct. It is my advice. Please read the notes. Boys, good boys sitting quiet and calm without reading. Girls, good girls, sincere girls sitting in the class and YouTube shorts that I watched it when I'm coming. I look at what girls are doing. You people are not reading okay, but creating the disturbance is not correct. So it's my advice. Please read the notes. If you don't read the notes, what can I say, girls? So it's up to you. Please do that. Good work, you do it. Boys, you came to the class, sitting quiet and calm. Okay, good, sincere. But sincerity require fire in that. Correct or not? When you come to the class, open the notes and read. It is my advice for you. Okay? I used to watch you from my cabin. On top of every row, one CC camera is there. Looking where it is. You don't know where it is available. We kept in some places. I used to watch every moment from my cabin. Please do that and read the notes. Okay. Now let us go to the nested list requirement. Let me go for what is this nested list concept. I'll explain, followed by examples here. Examples here. So this part, I'll look into that. My requirement today is, of course, that requirement is very minute now, but later it is going to become a big requirement. To store SNO, SName, comma, marks in three subjects. Marks in internal marks in three subjects, comma, external marks in three subjects, 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 and college name. And college name I want to store it. College name I want to store it. You think about that. Number, name. Here, if you look into that, I got some bunch of values related to one value only. And I got some more bunch of values related to one value only. What is that one value? External marks. Under that, how many values are there? 3. Internal marks, bunch of values comes under what? Internal marks, one value only. So next time going forward, C name, college name is one value. How can I take this bunch of values in another bunch of values? That gives you what? Inner list. Containership will be coming. Containership is nothing but what? Writing something inside of some other part is called what? Containership. So that containership I will explain. List in list is the first time we are seeing. Later in the same class we'll discuss tuple inside the tuple. After tuple in tuple is over, I will combine list with a tuple and a tuple with list. We'll combine both of them. List with list, tuple with a tuple with list, list with a tuple. 4 combinations over. Next what will come? Set will come. Set. When set comes, there also I will discuss with what? Set with a set with a tuple, set with a list. Tuple with a set, list with a set. How many combinations? 6 more combinations will come. 4 ikkada అయిపోయినాయి కదా. Counting also don't know. List, tuple, tuple. List, tuple, tuple, list. How many over? Then set, what is that? 5. Set with list, set with tuple, tuple with list, tuple with set, list with tuple, list with set. 9. Next, what will come? Dict will come further. Dict. Dict with all the combinations. These many combinations will come. Actually, these many combinations, I need not to tell you, but this is all towards what? Full stack Python developer, as well as 30% of data science also will be there in my class. That's why this much of deepness is required. So let us go for discussing how to write such type of requirement. Now I'm going to enter into because I'm going to take you almost to the linear algebra kind of solving problems. Have you heard about linear algebra? What is linear algebra? We heard about it. No problem. We'll explain you. Let me start with now. Let us start here. Come on, what is this now? List 1 is equal to, student list is equal to, I would like to write 100 is a name of the student number. Rosam is a name of the student. Now I will take what? Internal marks. If I write out of 20 marks, some 16, some 19, some 17, I wrote something like separate, I wrote it. Next, I'm going to write external marks. I'm writing there out of 80 marks, I'm writing 67, something like 78. Now I'm writing something like 72, comma, I'm writing OUCET. OUCET, I'm just writing something like this. OUCET, something like this, I'm just writing it. These are all called what? Combined together, everything written in one place. There is not much meaning in that. Okay, it is a compiled and executed, no doubt in that. But today I want to write it in where? Something like LST1 is equal to, I just want to planning like this, 100 and then RS, and I am writing inside of that I am opening one more list. There I will write it 16, 19 and 17 I am writing. 16, 19 and 17 I am writing. That represents what? One value which contains multiple values is called what? Inner list, comma. One more I am writing 67 I am writing like this. This is also called one more type of list. And as usual, OUCET is called another type of value. Are you able to follow? Tell me now quickly. What is this values from here? You tell me. This bracket says what list? Outer list. Tell me. Outer list. What is this is called? What is this also called? Inner list. Are you able to get it? Simple. When you take your laptop bag, in your laptop bag, there is a small bag also you are keeping. Girls, this is your big bag. Inside the big bag, there is one small bag is also there or not? This is called purse. Purse. Inside the bag, there is a small bag is also there. Inside the bag, there is a small bag is there. What is that is known as? Inner bag. Inner bag. This is known as what? Outer bag. Outer bag contains what? One more bag internally. That is known as what? Inner bag concept. We can writing, defining something inside of some other thing is called what? Nested mechanism we can call. So tell me, what is this is known as once again? What is this part is called? Outer list. What is this is known as? Inner list. What is this? Inner list once again. The bracket is supposed to take properly. Are you able to get it? So tell me, what is the definition of inner list? The process of defining, come on, one list inside of another list is called what? Inner or what? Nested list we can call. The process of defining one list inside of another list is called what? Nested or inner list. Now I will go for the syntax. Now I will go for the syntax. What the syntax? Look at ma. List obj is equal to value 1, val 1, val 2, val 2, comma, dot. Here I am opening one more bracket, value 1, 1, value 1, 2. So on I will write what? Value 1n, 1n. Say one more type of thing, value 2, 1, value 2, 2, comma, so on I will write what? Value 2n, comma, value n I will write it, value n. See, this bracket started, this bracket ending. What is this value 1, value 2, etc. are called? Outer value. This value n also called what? Outer value only. What is this is known as? Good. What is this is called? Very good. Did you understand? And don't get a conclusion. We can write only one inner list inside of another list. There is no limitation of writing inner list now. You can write inner. You can write a deep inner also. You can write it. Are able to follow? But depends on the requirement. We must take such type of requirement. Shall we go now? Look into that. Go to the practical environment. Here I will write it. Here I will write a small conclusion. Value 1, 1, value 1, 2, value 1n are called what? Is called what list? Inner list we can call. One more I will write it. Here value 2, value 2, 1, value 2, 2n is called what? Another inner list. Is called what, you know, students? Another inner list. Another inner list I can say. Another inner list I can say. Another inner list I can say. And what about this one? This part which I am writing here is here I am writing. This part is called what? Totally, this is going to be simply, this entire thing is called outer list. Outer list by containing, understand, by containing what? Yes, by containing inner list, maybe one or more number may be there. Are you getting? Let us go to the same requirement. I will take this type of requirement. Go to that now. Online students, I hope you are following me. So let us coming to the point back. So don't take much time. LST is equal to like this. Print of what now? Print of what? LST 1. Type of what? LST1. See students, this is the one. Now let one small for loop students. Value in where? LST1. Now I want to print students value 1. Value 1 and a type of value 1 I will write it. Type of value 1 and a type of what? Here LST1 also I will write it. What the value 1 is coming first time? 100. 100 is what type? Int. Present in where? List. Next what will come? RS. RS. What is the RS? Type of RS? STR. Present in where? List. List. What is the next value? 16, 19, 17. Total will come. That is also one value. What is the type? List. In where? Another list. That indicates list in a list. Second also list. In list. STR in next. You see that what happens? Yeah. Something went wrong. So no issue. Yeah, no issue students. So print that. You say this spot. Value 1 I wrote it. It's unrecognized variable. Value you say. Now the output you see. 100 is what? Int. Present in where? List. RS is what? STR. Present in where? List. This is called what again? List. Present in where? List. Also list. Present in list. Also STR. Present in list. So this is comes under inner list mechanism writing here. I will try to write value example by example, I will write it. Try to follow carefully. So output we got it. Now I want to show you one small memory diagram, student. One memory diagram I want to show you. See, students, the moment when you write like this, what is the memory mechanism? That already I said you. Once again, I am showing you in the diagrammatic format. Online students, carefully follow, students. This is the list data. This is called LST, LST1. Here it is having 100. Next is called RS. Next is called having what here? 16, 19, 17. That itself is called what? One list, students. That itself is called one type of list. Be careful. And next is called what? 67, 67, 78, 72, 72. That itself is also called what? One more list. That itself is called one more list. And here what is available? OUCET, another kind of value is available. This is called what, normal values. This is normal list. This is called 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. After that, be careful. This is called one inner list. Inner list also having internally indexes. 16 index is what? 0, 1, and 2. What is this 17? -1, -2, -3. And this is 0, 1, 2, -1, -2, -3. Are you getting? Now somebody will ask you, how do you get this 19? How do you get this 19? I want to get the value called 19. 19 is first of all present in where? How do you write it? LST of 1 of what? 2. 2 itself is called list or not? Inside of that 2 list, what is the index? 1 you need to write it. That will give you what? 19. One more way, how do you write it? LST of 2 only. You can write what here? -2. 2 only you can write it. LST of what? 2. In 2, -2. Negative index also you can access. How do you access in another way? LST of 1 of what? -2 of what you can write? 1 also you can write. -2, sorry. -3, yes. -3 of what? 1 you can write it. Are you following? One more way also you can write it. LST of what? -3 of what? -2. You can write like this also. Are you able to follow? This is called which mechanism? Indexing. That means on inner list, you can perform what also? Indexing also you can perform. Will you remember this? Such a diagram, I would like to open it. Because if I write once again, it takes some time. That's why I want to show you, students. I want to show you one small concept here. So I want to show you that inner list concept diagram. So memory management of inner list, I want to share with you. So just observe it. If I write the same thing again, it takes a lot of diagram writing and everything. Let us look into that. Some name I wrote it. Some name I wrote it here. 10 Srinivas. Some indexing mechanism is written. Is it the same thing what I wrote or not? Let us coming back to that place. Now coming here. Now try to access. How do I access this now? Come on fast. 2. 2. Is it inner list coming or not? What is this now? -1, -2, -3. Also you can write what? -3. Online students, be active and try to participate. Come on, next. I want to access this 19. LST of what? LST 1 of 2 of 1. You will get what? 19. Now LST 1 of 2 of what? -2. Also same. Right or not? Next of what is this now? -3 of what? 1. Also same. Yes. Minus. Yes. Minus 3 of what? 1. 19. Next is called what again? Minus 2. Also called what? 19. You can perform what? Indexing also you can do. Now my next requirement. I want to access this data. I want to access this data. How do you write it now? LST1 of 3. Okay. In 1 minute. I want to access 67 and 78. I want to access. Two elements I want to access. I'll go for what? Slicing. Slicing. Come on. LST of 3, 0 to 0 to 2. 0 to 2 means what? 0 to 2 minus 1. 0 to 2 minus 1 is nothing but 0 to 1. What are the 0 to 1 values? 67 and yes. I want to access 67 and 72. 67 and 72. What you will write it? Colon, colon 2. Colon, colon 2. Colon, colon 2. Will give you what elements? Alternative elements. I want to get reverse of that inner list. Same thing. I will say what? Colon, colon minus 1. Are you able to understand? Getting or not? Yes, good. Now you go for one thing here, students. Print off what? This data. Print this LST once again, students. Print this LST1. Print this LST1. Now, I want to change. I want to change this 19 as 18. 19 as what? 18. How do you change this? I want to update. Come on. LST1 dot 2 of 1 is equal to 18. 18. Updating. LST of 2 means this data. 1 means this 19. Updated with what? 18. Can I update the values of list? Why? Because list is called what? Mutable. Mutable. So you can update. Print that LST. Is it becoming this or not? Yes. Now I'll ask a typical question. Now I want to update 67 and 72 with 65 and then 75. I want to update the 67 and 72 with 65 and 75. LST of what? Minus 2. Minus 2. Minus 1 and what? Minus 2. Of what? Colon, colon 2 is equal to 65 and comma 75. Beautiful. LST1. LST1. So, done. Print that LST1. Is it updated or not? Yes. That means on inner list, you can perform what? On inner list. On inner list of inner list, we can perform both indexing and very good slicing operations. Slicing operations. Beautiful. Now I will move to the further. Now I'll write one more point after a few minutes. So now I will move to the further. Now I am going to continue. So here, let it be, you carry that LST now, carry this LST1. Now I want to insert one new value to this inner list. Another internal marks number I want to add. Some 18 I want to insert to the inner list. At the end, I want to insert. Append. Append. To whom you will append? Inner list. To add the value to the inner list, I have to locate the inner list or not? How do you locate? LST1 of 2. 0, 1, 2. Dot what? Append of 18. 18. Yes. It is done. It is 18 is added. I want to add one value 80 at first place of this another inner list. Very good. How do you locate? 0, 1, 2, 3 or minus 1, minus 2, whichever you like it. LST1 of minus 2 dot insert of 1 comma 80. 1 comma 80. Beautiful. LST1, is it 80 printed or not? Easy or difficult? Easy. Now I want to sort this element, sorting. I want to sort these elements in what? Descending order, descending order. Come on. LST of minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Minus 3 dot sort of reverse is equal to true. Okay. LST1 of 3 dot sort is equal to reverse is equal to true. Good. Beautiful. Are you following? Right. Fix. Now done. This is going to be in what order? Descending order. I want to sort this data in ascending order. LST of minus 2 dot sort of, that's all. Reverse is equal to false, not necessary to write it. LST1, yes, LST1. So, done. It is going to be what? Do that. Is it coming in sorted order or ascending order or not? Yes. Easier? Good. Now I want to clear all the elements of this second inner list. I want to remove all the elements. LST1 of minus 2 dot clear. Clear off. Done. Yes. Yes. LST1. Print that LST1. What is this now? Empty. Empty. Can I add the values to the empty inner list? As which function? Very good. Very good. Now I want to delete completely this inner list. Completely I want to remove inner list. Very good. Del operator. Del of LST1 of 0, 1, 2. 2. I will write 2. Yes. Done. Print of LST1 that completely removed. I want to delete this inner list. Empty inner list also I want to remove. Del of LST1 of minus 2. That also removed. Print that now. Total inner list has gone. Now I want to add inner list now. I want to add inner list now. Append function add. How to add more number of values? Now insert one value, one inner list at this place. OUCET should go to forward. Come on now. LST1 dot insert of 1 comma na minus 1 comma minus 1 comma 67, 56, 77, some 78. 78. Are you following? In this place, I am inserting OUCT will go to forward. This is known as what? Inserting list of values as an inner list. Print that LST. Is it inner list added or not? Now I want to insert one more internal marks at where? In this place only. How do you do that? LST1 dot insert of 0, 1, 2, 2, comma what? Some 16, comma, some 19, comma, some 15, comma, some 18. Right, done. Print of LST1. Is internal marks added or not? That's all. That means on inner list, I'm writing here on inner list, we can perform all types of operations, which we are performing on outer list. What are all the operations we are performing? Same operations you can perform on inner list also by using what? By using predefined functions. Present in which object? List object. How many predefined functions are there? I said already to you. Those many number of predefined functions you can apply on this area. Are you following me? This is comes under what? The total examples I will carry. This entire example I will carry from here onwards, indexing concept and everything, except some typing mistakes, everything I'll copy forward. And here you got some error. This is one name error. I hope so. And rest of them, I hope you are getting indexing, slicing and everything is there. This is also, I hope so, one more error. I hope this adjustment is not a problem for you, right? You can understand, right, students? This is about which concept? Inner list concept. Clear up? Fine. So now I am going to take up. Now I am going to take up about your information, your number, your name, list of courses you are learning, list of courses you are learning in the city. What you will say? Your number, your name, list of courses. That I will write what? List. Your details also in list. Your courses are in one more list. What is that concept called? List in list, which is known as what? Inner list. Did you understand? And further, with my further data types comparison, I will combine this list concept with a different type of other data types also. That time you'll get more and more knowledge now. I hope you are getting it. So at this point of time, we understand the inner list concept, and I will move to the next data type here. Next data type. I hope in this place we are getting understanding about the concept of what? Inner list. Go to the list now. Purpose of list, notations of list, types of list, memory management, operations, predefined functions, everything is discussed. When you go for an interview, any question asking in list, that will be from my notes. Detailed and complete concept is discussed here. If you forget, I'm not responsible 100% because everything is there in the notes. Okay now? Online students, am I clear about this? Now I will move to the further. Which data type I am going to take up? Tuple data type I am going to introduce. So data types here, tuple data type I am going to say, predefined functions in list. You have seen it, and this part is completed. This I will open. List category types I will take up. You see, list is completed. Now I am entering into tuple. Few minutes. Everything will be dead easy for you. Let me go to the tuple. Let me go to the tuple. Here I will take up. Here I will take up to here. Now I am going to move to further. So I am going to introduce here. There also, when you are coming to tuple students, second one I am going to say tuple. Tuple I am going to same index. Properties of tuple and nested notations of tuple and next types of tuples. Types of tuples. Memory management of tuples same as like previous. Next is called what? Operations on tuple. Next, predefined functions in tuple and inner or nested tuple. And here predefined functions in where? Nested tuple, and a combination of one extra will be adding combination of what? List and tuples. List and tuples and programming examples. Now I'm going to start with what? Properties of tuple. Don't take much time. You take very less time and understand it easily. Now I'm going to write it one simple note for you. One note. The functionality of tuple is exactly similar to list only. Everything same, but in one place difference is going to come. I will write it. The functionality of tuple is exactly similar to list. Everything. What are all the properties we have seen about the list? Same thing will be there even in where? Tuple. The functionality of tuple is exactly similar to list. But here, an object of what? Here I will write it. Here, an object of list belongs to mutable. Why mutable? We used to append, we used to insert, we used to remove, we used to pop out all the operations at which address? Same address. Indexing updation modifiable, slicing based updations not possible, all sorts of operations possible at which address? Whereas an object of tuple belongs to what? Immutable. Now you will get a big doubt. Sir, when to go for what? That is what I am going to discuss. So, in an interview point of view, this is okay. This is a theoretically okay, but technically you must know about when to go for what. Now I am saying, take the concept directly. Suppose you take your name in your lifetime. In your lifetime, 100 years of lifetime, every year your name is changing up. So what is your name in your lifetime? Constant or not? Such a constant values in Python represented in tuple. So tuples are meant for which purpose? For constant values purpose, we go for what? Tuple. Your exams are over, intermediate exams are over. You got some memos, first year memo, second year memo, one integrated memo. You got it or not? Is that marks changeable whenever you want? That are called what? Constant values. Tuple kaadu, constant values. Constant values represented in where? Tuple. Are you following? Your family member names in your lifetime that are called what? Constant. Constant values represented in Python in where? In banking applications, your account number, your account holder name are called what? Constant values that are called what? Tuples representation. Your balance, your house address may be changing from one location to another location like that. What are the possibilities of changing balance? That means it has a variability. Your house address, you are changing your location to some other place. From there, you are going to some other place. There is a chance of changing what? Address. There is a chance of changing what? Balance. That are called what? List values. So what are list values? What are tuple values? First of all, we need to get a idea. What are the tuple values? Constant values are called tuple values. Variability values, modifiable values are called list. Will you go understand that? Yes. Now I am going to enter into the further. Now I am going to enter into the further. Properties of what I am going to enter? Tuple. Slowly, I will write point to point. What is a tuple? Slowly tell me. What is a tuple? Tuple is one of the predefined class. I am not writing all of them, but I am just initiating predefined class and treated as list data type. List data type. Good. What is the purpose of list tuple data type? Same as list only. List purpose is what? To store. The purpose of list data type is to store multiple values of same type, different type, all the types with unique and duplicate values. Same thing here also. Here also I will write the same to same. The purpose of each data type? Tuple data type is that to store multiple values of same type or different type with unique or duplicate values with what? Constant in nature. Constant in nature. That is the very, very important. In other words, tuple objects are always used to store which values? Constant values. I will write it. In other words, tuple objects always used for tuple objects, tuple object. Tuple objects are object always used for storing which values? Yes, constant values. What is meant by constant? What do you mean by constant? We can't change the values during the program execution. Is called what? Constant. Understand? Well, so students in the online, Lohit Kumar, you are very good student. You are going to interact with me like anything. So some students, Tanuja, Lohit Kumar, only few people are interacting. Others, Shiva is interacting, Kailash is interacting. Only few people. Others, one more KN Durga is interacting. Swati is interacting. Next, Jansi Lakshmi is interacting. Next, Sagar Srivastava. Others are senior citizens or what? Huh? Why are you not interacting, students? Why are you not interacting? 220 students are there. Are you there? Robert Karma. Senior citizen, huh? Huh? Please respond, everybody. So, okay, you also responding. Mayank, you also responding. Please respond. If you quiet and calm sitting, no knowledge will come, students. Please respond. I am really appreciating. The first time appreciating Lohit Kumar, later Tanuja, later the other people. And I have to appreciate you. Okay, Sumit, I attend your class in mobile. Okay. Please respond it. Now I will come to the point. In other words, tuple objects always used for storing which values? Constant values. Now, the notation. It is my advice, students. Please interact with me. So now I am going to say this notation. This is called square brackets. A list object is equal to, I used to say variable name is equal to, I used to write value 1, value 2, etc. like this square brackets I am using or not. This is a notation for what? List. Double quotes, single quotes concept is for what? String. Like that. The tuple elements must be enclosed within braces. Braces. And values must be separated by what? Comma. Values must be separated by comma. Are you able to get it? Well, now I am going to take up to store the values of like that. Now I am going to use it, students, like that. Now I am not going to write to store the data or organize the data in which object? Tuple. We use what? Braces. We use braces and value separated by comma. Separated by comma. So the syntax is what? Braces. Variable name is equal to like this. Are you able to follow this? Value 1, value 1, value 1, value 2, value n are called constant values. ఇప్పుడే కదా చెప్పింది అక్కడ. Value 1, value 2, value n are called what? Constant values. Don't learn only the subject. You try to think about how to do it. Are you following? Right. Now I am going to say this is called one syntax. Are you understanding the notation of it? Let us go to the next part of it. Example, you go. Example. Tuple T1 is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 10 comma 10 comma 20. What I said in the beginning, it allows multiple values, same type, different type, unique, duplicates, everything. Go to the place. Here I am writing print of what? T1 comma type of T1. Type of T1. What is that? Tuple type. Whatever the order we inserted the data, in the same order elements are displayed. Getting my point? Similar type of values are taken. Now T2 is equal to, I'm writing 20 comma something like what? Lohit comma some 45.67 comma something like Python. Python comma, I'm writing 2 plus 3j. I'm taking like that. Print of what here? T2 comma type of T2. Type of T2. So Swati, sir, in note, you mentioned class list, sir. Okay. Where, ma? So where I mentioned it here? Where I mentioned it here? The purpose of tuple data type is that tuple data type is one of the predefined class treated as, my dear innocent students. This is a perfect line I am writing. 26 years onwards, I am in teaching field and you are making me to learn what to type, what not to type. By seeing you, I am getting so much of innocence in your face. ఇంకా నేను ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మళ్ళీ ఫీల్ అవుతారు మీరు. చెప్పాలా? Because you commented on my typing and I also commented. Right? So, these are all called list category data type. Both of them are comes under list category only. List is what? List data type. Tuple also what? List only. And what you will expect it? What you will expect it? Tuple data type. నేను మీకు పైథాన్ చెప్పాలి మళ్ళా. Like that. Now, I want to tell you something, but I don't want to say. You will feel it. Will you feel it? That's why I'm not telling to you. Will you feel it? You feel and change your behavior. Will you feel it? That's what I'm not telling. So, morning also one student. Morning also one student. Actually, I used to upload the notes, morning students in one mail ID, evening one more mail ID. Because in one mail ID, if I am uploading, my mail ID, that space is getting over. One time, he got a difficulty in downloading the notes. Morning, I used to upload with what? KVR1.java. This I am using from last so many years onwards because I am a Java expert actually. I took it as a Java mail ID. And 10 years back, I was almost created Python. I'm going to .java. And he was in the online. He's saying, sir, not .java, sir, .python, sir, he's saying. My mail ID, I'm using my mail ID. He's saying, sir, .java you are going, sir, .python, sir, he's saying. For you, I'm teaching Python. Then what to tell to that student? Tell me, students, what to tell now? You will disturb me unnecessarily. Now I'll move to the further. Shall I go now? Come to the class with a peace of mind. I want to tell you something. Shall I tell you? Actually, I am very much straightforward. I will tell as it is whatever I feel about you. But I don't want to tell this. Come in proper bus to the class. I think you understood that. ఎర్ర బస్సులో రాకండి, అదే చెప్పాలనుకున్నా నేను. Come to the point. Okay, shall I continue my class? If I don't tell now, I will feel much tension. I have to tell you whatever I feel. Shall I continue that? No. You also felt the same thing? Yes. Now, I'll move to the further. You disturbed me. So to store that, I'm using this type of notation. Shall I move forward? Yeah, go to that. So now I'm using like this. Now different type of values are there, same type of values are there, duplicates are allowed, order is maintaining, correct? Now I will mention that point. An object of tuple maintains what? Insertion order, and this point I will take it. This point I will mention here. So here I am writing. Here I am writing. Generally, students, I want to tell about, and 1 minute I will take. And since they commented, I want to give explanation. Otherwise, you will feel that it is like others. Actually, as far as my class is concerned, I already said again and again saying it's called boosting about myself. I don't want, but I want to say one thing. Whatever I write with my own hands, why I write with my own hands, student will feel and write. I will write everything. Program also I will write with my hands in the class. No faculty will show like that. You attend any class, they will show you directly what the program somebody downloaded, they will show that only. Directly they will open it. But here I will write a very big program also in the class with my handwriting. I will write it. Why? If I write it now, you will feel that it is called what? You are writing. Whether you will practice or not, that is your headache. But I will type in my class with my own hands. I never copy and write. I never copy the code from somewhere or something. I will write my own coding. I'll create the trend in subject. Right? Because I'm doctorate in computer science. I want to do that. Like everybody, I don't do that. I want to make you perfect in my subject, what I am handling it. Django, you take it. REST API, you take it. Data science, you take it. Java, you take it. Whatever I handle, I want to show reality in the subject. If you attend the same class in another place also, you cannot sit in that class also. Like that, I want to teach you the subject. Crystal clear with more perfection. No 0.1% of defects. That is my teaching style. Understand? That's why I'm sitting in the same chair 26 years onwards. At the age of yours, I started my teaching. Understand? Now I will continue the session. Okay? This is the second chair after this 26 year. First chair is gone. This is the second chair. Okay. Now I will start. Right. So I say this point. An object of list maintain what? Insertion order. Here I will write it tuple. I will write what here? Tuple. Tuple maintains what? Insertion order. Well, now students, here when you come to this point, there is one more syntax also I will tell you. This example also I will post it over there. Here also all the examples I will post it. This is an example window now. So under this, I will write all these things. Now I am saying this. Now here, this is a list type, a tuple type. This is also called one more variety of that. Now I got the data. Now here, like this. Now I'm going to say one more notation is also there, students. T3 is equal to, I don't use that braces. I don't use the braces. That is an interview based question, MCQs based question. 10 comma, Lohit comma, some 2.3 comma, Lohit, double quotes or single quotes or whatever you like it. Now I am writing something like 2 plus 3j. This is called one more data. Am I using any braces, square brackets? Nothing. I'm just writing. It is accepted. What is T3, comma type of T3? It is also called what? Tuple only. So this is also one more kind of syntax. Important. I am going to write it here. Something like this. Something like this. Now I'm going to write it here. This is the data. Are you following me? This is another way of writing the data. First way, homogeneous. Second way, another heterogeneous values. And no braces or nothing is there. I'm going to write something like this. Are you getting now? Well, go to the further. Now students, as I said you just now, this is containing some elements or not? Right. You take this data. Now you print the T1. T1 like index, like list, set and like set, like string, like list. Indexing is there or not? Slicing is there or not? All slicing principles, indexing principles also possible in where? Tuple. So T1 of 0, same to same. What is an answer? 10. T1 of 1, what is an answer? 20. T1 of minus 1, 20. 20. T1 of what? Minus 2. What is the value? 10. What is this is called? Indexing. T1 of what? 0 colon 4. What is an answer? 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minus 1 means these values will come. Are you following me? Good. Now I will write it. T1 of what? Colon colon 2. Colon 2 means alternative elements. Okay. Okay. Now, T1 of what? Colon minus 1. Answer is what? Reverse. That indicates on tuple object. An object of tuple on the object of what? On the object of what? Tuple. On the object of tuple, we can maintain what? We can perform what? Indexing and slicing. Indexing and what? Slicing operations. Morning one student came, and of course through reference he came to my class. He want to join in new batch. And after my 9 o'clock, he was waiting at the door and he is talking to admin. Already he was completed a Python, 15 days Python in some institute. They named as a fast track. Fast means what? Completing. Taking the fees, completing. That is called fast track. After that, he appeared for 2 to 3 interviews. He did not listen that interview questions in that class at all. That is his words after the 15 days Python is over, he came. After that, he went to some other institute. 30 days Python he joined later. That is called another track. There also completed Python. He appeared for some more interviews, same to same, same to same. After that, one metro station, one of my student met with him. There both some discussion happened. Later, he came today morning to our classroom door. He was waiting at 9 o'clock. After that, he was waiting. And they spoke to admin. I want to complete the Python 45 days. 45 days. So admin said, I want to go to my name. He said, and I want to go to class. 45 days only. I want to complete Python. Okay, wait, you can talk to sir. So I went out and he spoke to me regarding the timing. I said, better to go to other institute, I said. Because when we are unable to complete in 45 days, why should I spoil that person intention? Who are we to spoil that person? 45 days we cannot complete. Not possible with us. Because we want to teach more deep coding, what is coming in industry. I said 3 months plus 10 days extra. Because I added one extra module for you, matplotlib also I will tell you. Matplotlib, total excellent explanation I'll give you. For data science related matplotlib also I want to tell you. Pandas, NumPy, data science related only. To teach everything, require time or not, students? In this 30 days Python and then 15 days Python, no such concept at all. Oops concept is not there. If I see that content, my content is 90% more than this person content. He brought that and I shown my content. He felt what? Okay, sir, 4 months also no problem, sir. I will come here only. So, subject for getting success, short route is not there. You know that already. Right or not? So, that's why, student, I said to him, batch will start after Pongal holidays, I said, is coming to that point. So, because by seeing those people's things, of course, I used to see, but personal experience is what? 2 times he attended Python, and then what is happening? Time waste, money waste, everything wasted. So, yes. So, Giridharan. So, I have completed technical stack in this fast track way. It's totally time waste. We will only get the feeling of concept. It's only course completion. Giridharan. Good. So, after attending this class, of course, I am saying wholeheartedly, how much difference you are feeling from that place to this place. You say your own thing. Here, no internal marks, nothing. It is only debate with the quality of subject. Come on, Giridharan, please tell. So, every person is watching that. I'll keep it. So, it's only one small point. What is the difference of percentage of concepts you are feeling here? Giridharan, are you there? So, he's thinking. Right. Okay. Srinivas. Okay. No, Giridharan important. Giridharan. Yeah. Giridharan, please tell me, because I read your answer now. So, from this class, I feel the DPT depth. Now, why DEPT means in Oracle, there is a department table is there. I always think in subject point of it. Because you are all WhatsApp guys, you are all chatting guys, you people are. Right. Okay, depth. You are feeling depth are going and good enough that we can apply by ourselves. That is what. So, right, ma. Right, students. Let it be, students, because, yeah. So, you are disturbing my class today. You are disturbing my class. Today you are disturbing my class. Now, thank you, my dear student. Harinarayan, Kailash, Kailash. So, my dear student, Srinivas, thank you. Because Some people are there, some poets also there in my class. రచయితలు కూడా ఉంటారు నా క్లాస్లో. ఈస్ట్ వెస్ట్ కేవీఆర్ సార్ is best, like that. They'll say, morning one poet is there. One poet is there in my class, morning, 11 o'clock. He is a very good poet. Daily he will say one rhythmic word. Last 2 days back, he said one thing. Hero Honda Splendor, KVR is a thunder. Like that. Like that he will say. So these are all rhythmic words. So, my dear students, please come to that, because for my experience, if I talk like that, it's not correct. Like that. Shall we start? Right. And today what he said, one more. And Telugu purely. మా ఇంట్లో పెరుగు లేదు, మీకు తిరుగు లేదు. Like that they will say. Come. Some serious students will be there. They will feel disturbance. Okay. Right, ma. Sumit. Thank you, my dear student. Okay, students. Come on, serious now. Start, huh? Yeah. Fine. So Archana, what is your requirement, ma? So today I waste some Archana. Sir, when I was attending demo classes, when I was told there will be help with the question during practicing, I was worried about, but once I started listening your classes, I felt confident that I don't need another person to clear my doubts. Yes, Marchana, thank you. So, right, students, thank you. Now I'll move to that. That's what I said now. Beginning, you said he's a serious guy, like that you felt, correct? But later, when I enter into the subject, you felt that our heart is kind-hearted, right? So I said now, my intention is to win your heart daily with my subject. Last day also same thing. That is my responsibility to teach you good subject of any subject which is hand over to me. But you must be regular and punctual. So I wasted almost 5-10 minutes. Sorry for that. Let us move to the further. So we can go for performing indexing and slicing. Slicing. Right. So go to the place. Now I will write it here like this. Students, online students, if any serious student like me, don't feel, because I also want to share with my feelings with you. So I shared with it. Right, students. So here indexing is performing, slicing is performing. So here slicing is performing, and with alternative elements done, and this kind of data also done. Well, now I'll move to the further. So here, next I want to introduce. Be careful. If you come to this area, take the data here as it is. Now you follow me, students. Very, very easy. Now the tuple data is given now. T1 of these elements are given. I printed the data, which is called something like this. Now I want to update the value 10 as 15. 10 as 15. How do you locate first of all this 10? Come on. T1 of 0. First you see the T1 of 0. What is that? 10. I want to update with 100. 100. Possible or not possible? Very good. Not possible. Because it is what? Immutable. What error will come? What error will come? Item assignment. Good. That is the message will come. What immutable properties are what? Value changes and assigned that value in the new address. That is one property. One more property is what? Immutable object does not support item assignment. Already I said properties. If you don't read what, students, it is an error. So come to the point of it. Coming to the type error. What is that? Tuple object does not support item assignment. Does not support what? Item assignment. Right? So I'm going to take up this type of answer. So I will take up this data. Here I will write it. This is a tuple here. This is a tuple here. And this is a T1 of that. And you got it. It is an error. What is that error, students? Tuple object does not support what? Very good. So I will mention that every point I am saying that, and I am showing the example. An object of what? Tuple. An object of tuple belongs to what? Belongs to immutable. Why immutable? Because reason is what? Reason is simple. Tuple object does not support what? Item assignment. When you go to an interview, nobody will ask a question. Explain the properties of list. What student will do? But they will just produce as it is. But if I take an interview, myself only will tell the answer. Tuple object is immutable. Why? I will ask this question. A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. Prove that. Will you prove it? You cannot. A plus B whole square formula you will tell. But will you prove it? You cannot. Whoever will prove, they will be selecting. That is what the subject is required. Practical answers required for you. Tuple object belongs to what? Immutable. Why? Does not support item assignment. That is called what? Immutable property. You have to tell like that. Reasons you must learn it. Understand, students? That answer we got it. Well, next I'm going to tell you, as I said in the class, how many types of list objects? Two types. One is empty list, non-empty list. How many types of tuples are also there? Same. Two types of tuples. One is empty tuple, non-empty tuple. Simple. One is empty tuple and one more is good. T1 is equal to, you know, students, L1 is equal to, L1 is equal to, I wrote like that or not? Today, what is that? T1 is equal to like this. It is called which tuple? Empty tuple. Empty tuple. So print of what? T1 comma type of T1. Type of T1. Len of what ma? T1 whose length is 0. Understand? This is known as which one? Empty tuple. See students, L1 is equal to list of. I am taking list of. This is the another syntax of empty list or not? What is the another syntax of tuple here? Tuple of. Tuple of. What is this is called? Empty tuple. So T2 is equal to tuple of. Tuple of. Print of what? T2 comma type of T2 and say what? Len of what? T2. So got the answer 0. This is known as what? Empty tuple. Any doubt? No. So now I will ask my doubt. Sir, tuple is immutable. It won't allow us to add the data. Then what is the need of creating empty tuples? In further, actually it is an empty tuple, na? See, L1 is equal to what? This is an empty list. What we will do, ma? L1 dot append. L1 dot append of, L1 dot append of, append of. I can go on adding number of values or not. Such a type of append function is not there in where? Tuple is not there. Tuple does not contain appending operation is not there. Then what is the need of creating empty tuple? Because this I am explaining. In further, I am going to tell you Python is going to communicate with what? Databases. That is one of the most perfect concept in real time we need. Oracle database I want to communicate. MySQL database I want to communicate. That database when you are going to communicate, we are going to send your query to the database. In database side, it will execute and bring the result in the form of what? Tuple. That means a tuple data cannot be modified, which is coming over the network. Sometimes when the record is not there, when the data is not there in database, when it is coming to you, it is coming in the form of what? Empty tuple. Empty tuple. That I will explain. Right now, don't worry. I'll explain perfectly about Python database communication concept. I'll explain. Right now, don't worry. Are you able to get it? This is comes under what? Empty list. Empty tuple. Sorry. Empty tuple. Come to the point back. This one you come. Print of what? T1. Len of T1. What is the answer, ma? Some number of elements are 8. This is known as what? Non-empty tuple. How many types of tuples are there? One is what? Empty tuple, and one more is what? Non-empty tuple. Good. Empty tuple and non-empty tuple. Beautiful. So this is another way of doing. So I will go for empty tuple and non-empty tuple. Good. Online students, good. You are communicating with me fast. Nice students. Daily you must do the same thing. We should not lose our patience in communicating. So coming to the point back. Here I am going to write it. Here I am going to write it. How many types of list are there? Two types. So I am going to write it. In Python programming, I'll try to carry this. Up to here I will carry. So up to here I will carry. In Python programming, we have two types of what objects? Tuple object. What is this, ma? Empty tuple, non-empty tuple. Good. Non-empty tuple. Empty tuple. Empty tuple. An empty tuple is one. An empty tuple is one, which does not contain any elements whose length is 0. Example, TPL object is equal to, I will write just like this. Or I can write it what? TPL object is equal to, I will write what, students? Tuple of. Tuple of. Are you getting, students? Well, non-empty tuple. Non-empty tuple. A non-empty tuple is one. And a non-empty tuple is one, which contains elements whose length is greater than 0. Now I am taking my syntax number 1. See, students, TPL object is equal to first one. What is that? Value 1, value 2, value n. This is one example or not? This is a natural that we are already aware of it. So this is done. Syntax number 2. Syntax number 2. Tell me. TPL object is equal to, come on, value 1, value 2, value n without braces. This is also one more notation. Understand this? Well, next, syntax number 3. Syntax number 3, very, very important. Now I am going to write it. TPL object is equal to, I am going to write it. Tuple of what? Object. Tuple of object. Tuple of object. Be careful. See, that time I will write one condition star, one note point I will tell you. Please come to the point. You only will answer my question. S is equal to what? Mississippi. Mississippi. This is called what? str. I want to convert into which type? Yes. So print of what? S comma type of S. Earlier I was converted into what? List. With list, when I convert, I can change my data of the list. But I am converting into which type? Tuple type. Tuple type means what? Constant values. So T1 is equal to, tell me, tuple of, yes, very good. Print of what now? T1 comma type of T1. Type of T1. I'm getting the same answer. But when you modify this, you cannot. T1 of 0 is equal to X. T1 of some 4 is equal to some I. Something. You cannot change these values at all. Are you able to follow? No. This is quite natural. You take list. Sometimes they will ask you, how do you convert list into tuple, tuple into list? L1 is equal to what, ma? 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. Print of what? L1 comma type of L1. Okay. Now I want to convert L1 into what? Tuple. For example, 1 minute. For example, you have written first year exams of intermediate. You got some marks. The board is made as what? List only. Why you are writing some improvement? Some betterment you are writing. After betterment, when marks are increasing, they will change the existing marks or not. So up to that, they made as what? List. Once total intermediate exams are over, they will convert into what type? Tuple type. How do you do that? T2 is equal to tuple of what? L1. Tuple of L1. Print what here? T2 of. T2 of you print it. T2 of you print it. Yes, T2 of I will print. Print T2 comma type of what? T2. T2. You try to do T2 of some 0 is equal to some 100, you write it. Error will come. L1 of 0 is equal to 100, you write modified. Why? It allows modification, it never allows modification. Are you following this? So we can convert what type to what type? Any of the other object type into which type? Yes. Now, up to here, you are good. Now I can go for it. So that means any object can be converted into tuple type. That's perfect. So now my important noting part is like this. Be careful. If I am asking the question in the interview, I don't ask these questions because these are known questions. These are the known questions. Whether outside people knows or not, I don't know. Please, you only need to check it out. Now I am saying x is equal to 10. X is equal to 10. X is equal to like this I am writing. Like this I am writing. Come on now. What is the type of X? Very good. Print of type of what? X. What is that now? List. Very good. Y is equal to 10 like this. Come on. Tuple. You are wrong answer. You are wrong answer. It is called int. It is called int. You know Python well, but when I will ask this type of questions, that time what will happen? See, this type of questions I will explain so many in my class. That's why I'm saying every question in interview is from my notes. I'm saying that much proudly when I'm saying means what? I've seen so many number of test papers already. What is coming in the questions? More than the deepness I want to discuss in the class. Understand, students? Right. And what is this type? Everybody think that this braces. My sir said what? Braces. What is that? Braces is called a tuple notation. Everybody will think that it is what? Tuple. Because it is what here? List. Now, how to write it, sir? Z is equal to 10 comma you need to write. 10 comma. That is called a tuple. That is called tuple. I will give this question. I will ask options. Syntax error. Option B, tuple. Option B is called a type error. Option D is called list. I will give you. Most of the people will go for what? Syntax error. Why? Comma, 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 you need it. But only I put a comma. They will think it is a syntax error. But it is called what? Tuple. Print of what? Z, comma, type of Z. To tell these sensitive points, I need some ample of intelligence time. That's why in my class, other than subject, I don't speak anything because I have to cover a lot of intelligent points. Understand, students? Is it an important point or not? Now answer my question now. Ready to answer? Right. Some k is equal to what? Python I am writing. Python I am writing. What is the k? Huh? Very good. Very good. K comma type of what? K. K. What is that now? str. Very good. How do you convert then? Python comma. Python comma. What is this now? Tuple. Okay. Intelligent. Can I ask one danger question? You will answer. Okay. Some p is equal to 10, comma. Be careful. Be careful. Option A, syntax error. Option B, tuple. Option C, list. Option D, type error. Tuple it is. Why? Because already I said without braces, I wrote the value. Suppose if I don't write comma, what is that? Good. Comma. 20. Can I write comma? No need. No need. Why? One value is already there. That indicates what? Two values, comma. It is called tuple only. One value, if I write it, it is an int. If I write comma, it indicates there is a next value may be coming. That's why it is treated as what? Tuple. Tuple. Print of what? P. Comma what? Type of P. Type of P. Are you following me? This is the most important. If I cover this fundamental, I will use this fundamental in the socket programming. charting programs I want to develop, 3-tier applications I want to cover. That time I will use this fundamental. That's why I will cover everything in the class, which you never find in any website of what points I'm covering. That is my intention also. Sir, from where you will get these points? That's the top secret. From where I will get this point? That is the top secret. Top secret, nothing. I will go on reading so many websites, so many documentations, articles. Then I will bring everything into my notes. That's good, na? In one notes, you will get more number of points. That's good for you. So I hope this is most important for you. From this point, I want to cover it. This is one point I want to cover it. So here, I'm going to write it. That's why book reading always gives you most important. Not book reading like our academics. You have to read the good good official sources. You have to read official sources like PSF. That type of things we need to start reading. But our body will not cooperate to do that. Body requires always rest. Rest required. It requires rest. So come to the point. So what is PSF is asking. Jansi Lakshmi is asking what is PSF. Right, imposition, ma. Right. What is PSF? Please. So go to the history. Go to the history. I mentioned there. It is a non-commercial organization. PSF, Python programming language updations maintained by non-commercial organization called Python Software Foundation. So if you say what is PSF, if you ask me what is PSF, I should feel, I should say imposition, you only need to decide. Already explained now. So in my class, everything I will give you perfectly. I used to say sometimes my notes is called what? Python Constitution. Like an Indian Constitution, it is a Python Constitution. Everything I will give you because that is your asset. That is your asset, my dear students. Shall I move forward? Yes. What is the syntax here? Coming to the point back, here I will write it. Object. Which object this is? Here it is an object. Is belongs to what? This is an object. One more I will write it. Syntax number 4. Integer is also an object. Float is also an object. Complex is also object. Into float, bool, complex are called what? Only one value is present. STR, bytes, byte array, list, etc. are containing more than one value. Any object contains more than one value is called what? Iterable object. Any object contains only one value, that is called a non-iterable object. Non-iterable object. Look at. I'll show you the word called a non-iterable object. S is equal to Python, I am saying. For S, CH in S, you will be getting what? Print of CH. Each and every letter will come. Got it or not? A is equal to 23. A is equal to 23. For X in A, you will get what? Error. Error will come. Wait. Print of X. What is that error? Int object is not iterable. Not iterable means what? Iterable, non-iterable. Iterable means what? More than one value present so that I can retrieve value by value. Non-iterable means what? Single value. That is called what? Single value objects are called non-iterable. Multi-valued storage values are called. That's all. So are you iterable or non-iterable? Make more knowledge in the single knowledge is there. More knowledge. WhatsApp knowledge is there. Now come to the point of it. Here I will write it. This is the one. Here object belongs to what? Iterable. Object belongs to what? Iterable. Here object comma I will write it. Comma. Here object belongs to what? Object belongs to non-iterable. 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 Like what? Already said, students. Int comma, float comma, bool comma, what? Complex. That's all. When you come to iterable, it is going to be taken as what? str, bytes, from that place onwards. I hope you are following. See how many syntaxes I'm saying. Why I'm saying these many? Because these many conditions, any one of the condition will be coming in our application development. That's why I'm giving everything in the class. Suppose if I don't cover everything, topic will be over within few minutes. If I cover more deep, more exercise, it takes some ample of time. That's called a good asset in getting good knowledge or not. 22 years studied, job is not coming. What is the use? Fees is gone. Almost 14, 15 lakhs gone. No job is coming. How next future? Think. By learning this deep, you will get good programmer in the industry. That is what I am saying, especially for all the people, academic years gap, freshers, these are most important. Career gap, job lost, all those people must improve your coding knowledge like anything. Are you able to get my students? Now, this is about what you learn, purpose, notations, operations, and up to here. Now I want to go for operations also. You got it or not? At this point of time, which operations you understand? Indexing and slicing. Slicing. Is it possible to do updations in the tuple? No, because tuple belongs to what? Immutable. I hope you got it. Now, predefined functions. How many predefined functions are there in list? 11 to 12 functions are there. In that, all functions are not there in tuple. Only two functions are there, which are just retrieving the data only. Not allowed any function to perform the updations in the tuple. Append is not there. List is insert is not there. Remove is not there. Pop off index is not there. Pop off is not there. Come on. Clear off is not there. Next is called what? Extend is not there. Sort off is not there. Reverse is not there. Only two things are there. One is count off. One more is index off. Copy is also not there. Why? Immutable object data cannot be copied. Right or not? India. India is called what? Constant value. Can you copy? Not possible. That I will show you in the next class. Because if I start my discussion, it will not end. I will, because anyhow, in the further tomorrow class, half of the session, 1 hour of time, I will talk about this. Next, I will introduce the set category. I will introduce. Look at on the screen. I'll go to this place. I'll go to the data types. Under this, we open it. You see there, we are having what? With this list category over, we are entering into where? There, after discussing first 1 hour, I will go for what? Set category I will introduce. Okay now? So tomorrow class, till half of the time I will continue with it. Predefined functions I'll discuss. Other part also I will go for it. So up to here I will upload. So today we discussed about what? Just a properties part we discussed it. And tomorrow I will continue with what? Predefined functions onwards and other combinations I'll discuss. Read and come. Okay, without practicing, without reading, if you come to the class, only you can understand that class. But when I come to programming sentences, you will get difficulty. Okay, now? So take care and be perfect in reading. Thank you. All the best.